I'm noticing a bit of a thing. Which is that you definitely just pick up the same garbage over and over again. Like, this seems exploitable. The most farmable resource in the game. Garbage. I guess it depends on if there's anything actually that worth getting. Or if these these intervals of progress I'm making are so minor maybe that it just doesn't amount to that much or something. I don't know. I immediately forgot what that guy sells. It's fine. Anyway, I think this was how I got to the subway tunnel before. Yep. That's the subway tunnel. Yeah. See, when they said subway tunnel, I'm like, ah, very memorable location. I even looked at it and was like, wow, that's cool. It's just trying to remember where things are connected to that can be a difficulty. There she is. He just ran away. Wait, he's in the same spot. What the fuck? Looks like I wound up coming here after all. God, I'm a sucker for a long pair of legs. I brought it. We're all set on our end, too. Alright, let's make the exchange. First, let's see if it's the real deal. You're not exactly the trusting type, are you? Why would anyone trust you? Did you just throw the disc? What the fuck's wrong with you? She just threw it on the ground. She's not a part of your system. These suits look just as seedy as the last. Alright, looks authentic. Then hand over the briefcase already. Sorry, but we can't do that. Why don't you have any backup on these things? Just meet me in a secluded location where I can easily get murdered and disposed of. And don't bring anyone. You're double-crossing me. As long as we have the CD-ROM, we don't need you anymore. Besides, I'm sure you've already burned a copy, but that won't matter after you're neutralized. You won't even remember your own name. Wait, what? What are you gonna do? I assumed you were just gonna kill her. Alright, show's over. Who are you? Don't matter who I am. She held up her end of the bargain. Now leave the briefcase and get out of here. Now that you've seen us, we can't let you leave. Not with your memories intact, anyway. Let's see how much head trauma it takes to neutralize you. Head trauma? That's their whole plan, is just to do a lot of head trauma? That sounds like an exact science. Seems like they'd be more likely to just actually kill people in the process, as I originally guessed. There we go. You, help me kill your boss. No, not the rail, damn it. Well. Looks like you ate a mistake. For a second there after I said that, I thought this guy over here's name was also Mistake, and I'm like, wow, that's incredible. It's Miyake. Ow. Ow. You dick. Oh, you can't. These are fake traffic cones? Cool. Alright, why are you fucking changing target every hit? The targeting is weird in this game, of like where your punches go. Sup? Crowbar. Ow. How am I losing? I'm bigger than you and I have a crowbar. There you go. Oh, my suit. That was weird. That was weird. There was he had a shadow on the ground below the grating. There was a shadow down there. It was like a little itty bitty copy of him in a shadow, because you know it's the real ground is far away, so it'd be a much smaller little man shape down there. But that shadow was rendering, despite being down there, it was rendering on top of the grate, so it looked like it was next to him on the grate as opposed to down there. Thank you, Suzuki-san. Didn't even run. You got grit, I'll give you that. Or she's dumb. Do I? I figured I'd be fine with a strong, manly hero like you. Alright, enough sweet talk. If I'm in this deep, ain't I? Time to clue me in. Maybe so. It's all over and done with, so why not? I'll tell you everything. Okay, first things first. What's this CD thingy? This? You might call it a secret ledger. That don't look like a paper to me. Where's the writing? What century are you from? Data that used to be on paper once upon a time is now stored on CD-ROMs. Oh, that's what ROM was. They're trying to misspell ROM from CD-ROM. I couldn't quite figure out what a ROM was. I was kind of just rolling with it. I was like, I think he's misinterpreting something about the CD, but I'm not registering it for some reason. This CD came from the office of an influential politician. There's evidence of bribes, embezzlement, tax evasion. If this got out, the scandal alone would ruin his career. Then those suits are the politicians' henchmen, yeah? These days they call themselves political assistants. They found out I'd stolen the CD and struck a deal. That's what they were after her for potentially keeping a copy, was because they needed every copy of it to be gone. I get it now. They wanted it back and were willing to pay. Now, I'm no journalist, and I'm not particularly interested in seeing social justice served, but as long as it brings in money, well... Don't tell me thieving's what you do for a living full-time. They call me the Blue Rose. I'm just a little bit famous, in this industry anyway. And yet that was the level of precaution you were taking? What? Well, alright. I ain't about to rough up a woman now, lady thief or not. Huh. Really? Really? What kind of man would I be if I did? A rare one. Thanks, Sajima-san. Hey, how'd you know? It takes one to know one, especially with a reputation like yours. You'll need to find a better disguise like I have. Here's the compensation I promised. You need to find a better disguise like I have? Wow, you'll be better at Baccarat. He goes by Son Goku now. Now that's what I call a femme fatale. That's what the game called a femme fatale. You know what a femme fatale... Well, yeah. That's an old trope. That is not new, so that makes sense. It all checks out, bro. Where am I? Help me. Shit. Is the left side just a dead end? There's no arrow. Do. Where does that go? Oh. Is this where I first met her? Oh. So that's where that connects to here. So this took me, yeah, I'm in the same area as my HQ right now. So this door takes me to the subway tunnel, and the subway tunnel takes me to the back of the Millennium Tower. So that's like the fast way back and forth. There we go. Hopefully I can remember that later. We'll see. I think this takes me back to the underground area. I might want to follow up on... Well, for one, I might want to sell my mountain of trash, but I also might want to do another stage of the, Oh, is this the surface? I thought this... Fuck. I'm still so confused by the... This takes me here? And I can't go in here. Oh, I can go in here now. It wasn't letting me before. The tunnel confuses me so much. I'm amazed by how much I'm not getting it in many cases, but it's just... It's hard. It's hard to keep track of. I'm just confused by it in general. Let's go to the beef place. There's a beef place here. I need to refill my health meter and should do it without spending all of my stuff. The salted tongue here is not bad. This must be a yakiniku place. 25 years ago, a smoke would have been crazy. Looks like it all cleaned up now. The smoke would have been crazy. What's up, bro? You want to eat food? I got food here, bro. Bro, there's like so much beef here. It's like all we have. Not a vegetable in sight. You will die if you come here every day. Fix me. Hey, still get experience. Just not that much. You get like a third of a tutorial. I'm measuring everything into units of tutorial now. You finish a major quest, it's 5,000 experience, that's 10 tutorials. Wow! God, I really wish I had a better... I'm gonna have to like draw a map of this town that connects all the important locations or something at this rate. Because I just don't know where I am. I cannot very quickly be like, aha, and that's how I get there. Like right now I want to go... Yeah. Katsuki, I guess? I got Kamurocho Tree Hugger achievement unlocked. That was a milestone amount of trash apparently. But yeah, like I want to go back to the sewer where I was helping mine and whatnot. And it's hard to remember where that was. Maybe it was the children's park? There's definitely something easy to understand, and if you don't have it memorized, easy to look up about having a flat town shape. Ain't hard to open this lid, but I don't need to do that right now. Oh, right. I can't go back in, huh? Because for some reason they just won't let me. Which is annoying. Like, really annoying, actually. Am I down to just garbage, my one piece of equipment, and consumables? Alright, what's the thing I don't care about? Oh yeah, Tauriner. I usually prioritize keeping health items in my inventory. And the one that does both is alright, but ones that just charge my heat, I'm just like, it has its value. But I could also drink it and then immediately get punched in the face and lose the heat and be like, well, that was a waste. Heat is tenuous. Because of the whole system where the moment you get anything goes wrong, you just lose all the stuff you have. Old Yakuza new tricks. Katagiri is in Tenkaichi Alley. Is that down here? Supon Street. Tenkaichi Alley. I guess I'll take another taxi. I'm really wasting my money here. That's our one loose end right now. I'm not really sure when the follow-up's gonna be. Or the sister quest. Wow, he even takes you to the parking lot. Smash Skywater. Nope, that's a cop. Rude. It couldn't go any further left. Oh. I'm sorry. I'll swear I'll never disrespect Yakuza again as long as I live. Just let me go. Fine. I better never catch you near our turf again, understand? How was that, Katagiri-san? Perfect. Thanks for handling them, Eri. Oh, Eri-han. How's it going? Hanging in there? More than just hanging. We're swinging. With a hand from Katagiri-san, I figured out a plan to come up with that tribute money. He even gave me a few leads on how to get on the right track, so... Oh, fuck. I'm mixing them up. I haven't encountered them for a bit. He even gave me a few leads to get me on the right track, so yeah, I think I'll be just fine. Glad to hear it. You're telling me. Thanks to Erie, the family's books are firmly in the black for the first time in ages. I'll be up for a promotion to Tojo HQ at this rate, and it'll be all because of Erie. Good on ya. Remember, the respect of your men's what really sets the Yakuza apart. Money can only take you so far. I'll take that to heart. Thanks again. Katagiri-san, we should be going. Right, that's my cue. Those debts aren't going to collect themselves. Anyway, this is a little something for your help. Hope it does you as much good as it did me. Trail of the Ancient Fighter King. Bye now, Saijima-san. Hey, thanks for everything. Gonna level with you, don't remember what either of their voices were last time. That was one last loose end. I think we're 4 for 4 now. We haven't been introduced to some big meta progression system that takes up the rest of my campaign, and then I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. Fuck. Excuse me, could you show me some form of ID? Damn it. I'll be taken if they question me. I gotta run. Hey, stop right there. Last time I escaped so quickly I was confused. Oh. What? Why did he catch me instantly? What the fuck? Was I supposed to be pressing something to run faster? What? The police chases are weird. They feel kind of incoherent. It happens so quickly, there's like a weird amount of dialogue for a thing that's like a 5-second minigame. And it seems like you mostly just kind of don't need to try. I think I'm 2 for 2 on not really having to engage with any of the actual running mechanics because they instantly catch me no matter what, and then I do the mashing game, and then I get away, and then I just win, like a moment later, having not even gone very far. I don't know. Something seems janky and weird about that whole interaction.
Huh?
It's funny, it comes up infrequently enough, I forget how different their toilets are. What an experience to go into be in a public-ish spot and be like, yeah, I'm just gonna go behind this door and just squat on the floor real quick. Just a very different, compromising position. Back to square one. I gotta figure out how to dig up dirt on that hotshot info broker everyone's yapping about. Oh yeah, just ask Kiryu. He's the best. Oh, a new quest. Well, they were just waiting for me to go rattle that door for a moment. That's funny. I wonder what motivated them to have that be unlocked by that interaction specifically, because it wasn't much of like a plot reveal. I have so much trash. This is actually getting to be a problem. You start to definitely wish it just had its own inventory system or something. I think, yeah, if you're doing it actively, yeah, you're picking up more trash in this game than I think you have any item of any kind in any other Yakuza game, at least so far. So it might be a bit of a iffy thing to keep the same 4x4 or 5x5 inventory grid from the other situations. I actually don't remember how big the inventory is. Oh, I was both. It's 4 by 5. Okay. That's why both numbers felt right, I guess. Okay. Boop, boop. It's interesting to see the game scaling up and down. I find that interesting. The, because like over time, you're like, okay, this is a lot of Kamurocho over and over again, and I kind of value the returning to Kamurocho all the time thing, because as I've said before, it's like really cool to see one place change over time and keep going back to it and so on. And that has its own unique expression in video games that I'm like happy we get to have. But at the same time, I'm like sorting my trash now. Here I go. At the same time, they would obviously like they're leaning on Kamurocho because there's a value in iterating on the same thing and having it already be pre-made, so they don't have to make a whole new location each time. But like they still want to like tout new features, so like here and there you'd be like, oh, and here's Sotenbori, and here's Okinawa, and then in this case it's they're like, here's sewers and rooftops and so on. In this particular case, I have the unique and strange insight to gain from the fact that I've played one game from the future, which is Judgment, and so you have a weird sense of like features being added and removed over time, because you're like, okay, you would think they would keep bolting more shit onto Kamurocho and expanding it over time, and every single game would be like a linear progression, but you can actually see places where they regress, and that's not necessarily the right word for it, because the change from one thing to another, the removal of something they added isn't always necessarily a negative. It's sometimes it's like, we didn't necessarily love how that affected things, for example. But yeah, I know that when you get to Judgment, there just wasn't these different levels. And it's weird because they had a drone, so you could fly around in full 3D and so on. But yeah, there was no, this whole, like, if I remember correctly, this whole extended sewer and rooftop connected systems areas, those just are gone, you know, in games that take place later in the series, and that's kind of interesting to see. But there are other things, like like for example, the children's park in the top left corner usually has a sewer under it that's just in that one zone at least, and stuff like that. It's like a little mini area. So they iterate. They don't just go in one direction. And there's definitely a value to that, because some games just become such a Frankenstein of bolted-on mechanics, like World of Warcraft, over the course of so many years, that they're just a mess. And there's so many weird things of like, oh yeah, here's this weird, incredibly specific progression system that only existed for one patch of one expansion, but you can still see its like skeletal remains here, but there's no meaningful reason to ever engage with it again outside of the limited time window it was created for. And yeah. It's smart to remove stuff over time too, if you don't think it was worth it in the end, experimenting and all that.
Oh, thank goodness. Just the man I've been looking for.
Hell of a scratch you got there. What happened?
Some whacked out hoodlums are going completely berserk. There's too much for us to handle, come on.
Alright. Or is the homeless area being attacked by the homeless beaters? Hunters? Yes.
You're nothing but leeches on society. Parasites. Houses are for people. Worms crawl in the dirt.
Eat dirt and die, worms.
No, my shelter.
What did we ever do to you? Ugh. Why are you doing this? Give us one good reason.
You want a reason? All right. We're cleaning up the streets by getting rid of the garbage.
We're just living our lives here. We're not bothering a soul.
Not a soul, huh?
What?
Bloodsuckers like you bother us just by existing.
Don't do something you'll regret now.
Funny, I don't remember asking for your opinion.
Watch your mouth, you crusty old asshole. Because I ain't too chicken shit to fight a man one-on-one. Why, you... I guess it's time for somebody to get his ass kicked. Enough beating around the goddamn bush here, kids. Put on your big boy pants and bring it. This fucking... What a useless subtitle. A Kamurocho, man. Oh yeah, you mean everyone in the game? I'm surprised they don't... Considering how often the enemy has a name, I'm surprised they don't just show the enemy's name on that screen. I kind of wonder... I always wonder how they choose those titles, because they're often just saying nothing. But there's so many different variations. That was a cool tracking shot.
You won't get away with this.
And they all ran away in perfect unison, eerily, like stage dancers, like K-pop idols. You got me out of a real sticky situation. How can I ever thank you? I was just passing through. Don't thank me, thank him. And with your injury too, I'm truly grateful. It was nothing, Chief. All I did was bring this fellow by. You the boss around here? Yeah. I'm flattered, but it's nothing so fancy as that. I've just been living here a long time, that's all. Must be tough for you. Any idea what those hooligans wanted? Blood? Yes, about them. They started their raids several months back. Goddamn teenagers ganging up, picking on old folks. What's this world come to? There might actually be more to it than that. What are you getting at? I thought they were just drugged up teens on a joyride too, that is until now. Did you see how furious the young man was? I wonder if he has a reason to feel that way. A badly motivated one? Yep, Saishima. Can't be a good one. Oh, please, excuse me. I didn't mean to get you all caught up in an old man's ramblings. No sweat. Alright, well, take good care of yourself. I'll try. Thank you again. It's so eerie when people lock up their animations. You're like, ah, fuck. They're zombies. They're pretending to be humans, but they're not. When they all just animate perfectly in sync, doing the same thing at the same time. Oh yeah, you. Why haven't I done you yet? Did I just not feel like it? Because I don't really like doing the repeated boss fight mechanic thing. No, I couldn't afford it, could I? Oh yeah, it was a lot of money at the time. The enemy information? Great. We will now begin the input process. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. Hexagons. We just really like the visual of a bunch of hexagons locked into each other, don't we? Input is complete. Now have a try for yourself. What changed? Invest. Play? Yeah, it's 10,000, and until I got that gold plate sold, I had a lot less. I made 110,000 off those 2 plates, and I only have 138 now, so like I didn't have that much then. Curious, aren't you? Alright, then get inside. The Guardian of Rage. Guardian of Rage, huh? Very well. Let's begin. Sometimes I just recognize that dialogue is just too fillery, so I just start skipping it and or sort of summarizing it, because JRPGs are wordy and don't always need to be. Ye big. Saito, whoa, it's got a fighting game interface? Was that true before? Maybe. Whoa, he's weak. Look how weak he is. What a sad baby boy he is now. Out. Well, he does no damage. But he takes me the fuck out for a long time. Ow. Why am I so strong now? God, it takes so long to get up, though. Come on, I don't want to mash A anymore. I don't like any mechanics that make me mash, honestly. Just, it's tiring when you're playing a long game. Like, oh, way to get up faster? Cool. But you have to mash A the whole time, and it's like, but I don't... maybe I'll just not get up faster. Looks like you won. It was a really sad baby mission where you had no chance of losing. God, he was... Why was that... Why was it calibrated that way? If I repair the machine, I'll be able to boost your abilities as well. That's when you get into investing, but how much does that cost? I mean, I need something to spend money on. I don't think Akiyama even had a thing to spend money on, basically, besides... I guess the girls, yeah. Invest. How much money is investing? I can invest 50,000. I'm pretty sure I can repair it. What do you mean give me a minute here? What, did you put the money directly into it? Don't you gotta spend it somewhere? Alright. Now it's back to normal. I've completed version 1.0 of the IFR. If you beat enemies while playing, your own ability should be increased as well. But they only increased the first time. I just wasted my money. I just wasted my money on the first fight. God damn it. Alright, let's go fight him again. I just fought that guy for no reason, spending 10,000 on nothing. Are there gonna be like check marks later to tell me whether or not I've beaten them before? And how much do my abilities increase? This could be a big deal for making future boss fights feel more doable, because Saijima's hard. Is he gonna be harder now, though? Maybe? Not necessarily. Nope. Yeah, he does no damage. I'm on fire! Ow. It's really annoying to fight people that just ignore your attacks. And can just power through, and every attack they do stuns the shit out of you. But whenever you hit them, they can just ignore the attack, basically, and then just attack you in the middle of your combo. It's aggressively unfun. Contextualizing it as a fighting game only further highlights how this is not how a fighting game would work. If you hit somebody in a fighting game, they take a hit and get stunned. There's like recoveries they can try to do, but they don't just like ignore you and hit you back in the middle of your attack. That would be the worst fighting game ever. Yeah, so he was still really easy, but only because of his stats. Otherwise it'd be a huge problem that he was just obliterating me. Your own abilities appear to have grown as well. I'm getting some really good data. Heat gauge increase. Okay. Growth rate. Oh, that's really good. Come back. I'll be here. That's a really big upgrade. Increased heat gauge growth? Gadam. Like, gadam. Bro? Who's there? I have a message from Tado Koro. Alright, come in. You told him where you live? Get a phone. Oh, he doesn't have a phone, yeah. This about work? Suzuki-san, have you ever heard of the Dragon Palace? You mean the undersea castle and that old-ass fairy tale? What of it? Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. Forget I said anything. Now hold up, you screwing with me? Yeah. Perish the thought. It has to do with your assignment. I just wanted to make sure. Speaking of which, you'll be working as a bouncer at a certain facility. What kind? My apologies. It's a touch illegal, so Tadokoro himself will give you the details once you get here. There. May I ask you to please proceed to the abandoned building on the hotel district side of Park Boulevard. You can't miss it. Tadokoro will be waiting out front. Gotcha. Park Boulevard at the hotel district side, yeah? Yes. Head to the building behind the MEB Red Light District info kiosk. Please try to get lost. Oh, could I ask you to stay here, Tadashi-kun? This particular job site is no place for children. Aww. What? Get the fuck out of here. You're not involved. Go. I'm taking care of your problems for you. Don't sweat it. You hold down the fort and keep an eye on the place for me, will you? This door locks, right?
Okay, I will. Be careful out there, big guy.
Alright then, Suzuki-san. Good luck on your assignment. I'm heading to the hotel district side of Park Boulevard. He just narrates his objective at us every now and then. I don't know how to pronounce that name for sure. Cause Itsuki? Was it Itsuki that was in? Yeah, I think the protagonist of Tokyo Mirage Session was named like Itsuki. And then there's Sasuke. And all of those have a U in the middle. Both those names have a U in the middle that you don't pronounce. Maybe it's Suzuki? I'm not sure what's up with the fake U's in some of these names. I find it interesting because they had... One of the things that's really nice about reading Japanese written in English letters is that it's often surprisingly easy to pronounce compared to most other languages that you're just trying to read on a whim. Like, French is weighed down by this mess of how it uses the same letters, so it's written, you know, in French. And then you have to figure out how the hell to pronounce it. But Japanese is Japanese. Like, it's got a completely different symbol system and everything. So when it's written in letters, you're like, ah. It's like it's written to be pronounceable because it's written for this audience to begin with. And it's really convenient. But there's a handful of weird rules that seem to contradict that every now and then. And the U's that aren't real is one of the things that throws me off really hard. And now I got a few more. Oh yeah, when is Morimoto gonna come up again? I guess I'll just go become a bouncer. Oh, is this Morimoto? Yeah, well, I wasn't sure where to go to get the next event to happen. I guess the same staircase is a good place. That's a lot of you, but you still suck.
Surprise, dipshit. Remember us? We told you you'd pay for siding with homeless filth. Now you'll get taken out with the rest of the trash.
Oh god. They're all doing the same swaying, standing animation. But oh god, yeah. So the three in the front and the one on the left all match, and then the two on the back right are matching each other. So they're out of sync with the other four. But it's really eerie watching them all sway like seaweed in front of me. Just try another one of their punk-ass remarks now, old man. You're way outnumbered. I have a gun. What if I just pull out a gun? You better apologize before we really kick your ass. Already told ya.
Told us what?
If you can't fight a man one-to-one, you ain't nothing but chicken shit.
I heard that, ass clown. He's really cruising for a bruising now.
Just get him already.
How do you think this is gonna go? So did Kiryu pick out my necklace? Hello. You get the wall. He's dead. I like how he throws it in a perfect horizontal line in a way that's incredibly unrealistic. It looks like it's specifically from like a kaiju movie when like the held up on a wire Godzilla and whoever the fuck he's fighting will just like fly through the air to kick each other and stuff. And you're like, look at him go! How's he doing that? Like I look at a wall and then I just throw somebody in a horizontal line at the wall and I'm like, how the fuck did he... What? It seems intentional to me. It completely seems like it's silly on purpose because it looks like a reference. Oh no. God, remember Slugger stance? Ah. I miss Slugger stance. I loved my bat as Majima. Honestly, I just really miss playing as a character that had 4 stances from Zero and Kiwami. I'm sad that went away. It was definitely a peak, like... I've said this before, but like, yeah, like, because I started with Zero, I started at the peak of the franchise for fun gameplay, where the combat was 4 different stances, 3 at first, or I mean 1 at first, but 3 for most of the game. No, actually 6 for most of the game, because you had 2 characters that each had 4 stances, but the last one you had to unlock and so on. But having 3 stances across 6 stances across 2 characters just really added to the variety in the combat, and man, that's just what a gold standard. It's not like it was like necessarily massively deep and challenging necessarily, but it was just like you had so many toys to play with. And like the different stances felt like they worked better in different situations, but also you just had this massive arsenal of heat actions and whatnot, and different things to just play with. So it just really helped the relatively repetitive combat of the franchise stay alive. Definitely wondering to see if 6 has all the stances again because of when it was developed, or if that goes away. Because I think Kiwami 1 had the stances, but 2 didn't, or something weird like that. And I was like, why did that happen? Because I think Kiwami 1 was made in the same engine or whatever the fuck as 0, and 6 and 2 were made in the same engine or something, and that's like a weird limitation or something. I don't fucking know.
I'm gonna need stitches.
You're gonna need a surgery at this rate.
Saejima-san.
Oh, look at the poor old man that walks bad.
Hey again, what's up?
I heard a commotion. Oh, it's them.
Yeah, the guys from before.
Ugh.
It's that homeless worm.
Excuse me. Do you mind if I have a word with them?
Don't get too close. Ugh. What the crap are you looking at?
Won't you tell me why? Are you really doing this just for the hell of it? The way you lashed out at me, well, I got to thinking there must be more to it. What's this really about?
Huh. We're the real victims here, just like Iguchi-san.
Did this Iguchi put you up to all this? What happened to him?
This is going nowhere fast. Just take me to this Iguchi guy. And why should we do a thing you say? Because you can take me to him like a good boy, or you can get another ass whooping. Your choice.
Damn it.
Fine, follow me. Come on, let's go. So this is where your boss is, huh?
Yeah.
That pose. He needs to go to the hospital, apparently. That head bow was a thing. He looks like he's trying to stay awake.
Are you the leader of this group?
What do you want?
I came to find out your reasons for attacking us. Please tell me.
I'm not about to spill my guts to a human trash can. All that matters is that we're going to exact retribution until every last one of you is sent to meet your maker. Retro what? Who died and made you God? You heard me. Retribution. It's thanks to the dregs of society that I lost my dreams, my family.
Dreams? Family? What's that have to do with attacking us?
Shut up. The homeless are no better than vermin. Exterminate them. No.
Nope. Bringing him was not a smart idea. He's like in danger. I could just ask the question myself. He just changes targets on the fly. Whenever he feels like, hello, a whole ass desk. Don't rob me of this. Kill. You want a chair fight? I'll chair fight. No, that wasn't very good. There we go.
You ever wonder how I got these scars? Cut out the homeless harassment, you hear me? Not on your life. I'll never forgive trash like him. So I've heard several times. Now tell us why. My dreams, my family, homeless people took both from me. Huh? Three years or so ago, I owned a little pub. It was small, but it was mine. It was everything I'd always dreamed of. It wasn't in a great location, and it didn't see much profit, but I just started getting regulars. I was happy.
I still don't see what this has to do with...
Then you bums started camping out in the park next door. At first, I felt sorry for them. I didn't even stop them from dumpster diving through the pub's garbage. They started inviting all their friends from all over. Then they began partying, morning, noon, and night. They scared people away, and police didn't do a thing. Soon even my regulars were too afraid to come anymore. In the blink of an eye, the only thing left was the debt I'd taken on to open the place. My dream was dead. I went looking for a job to pay off my loans, but in this recession, you can't even find work that'll put food on the table. My wife eventually got fed up, took the kids, and left me. Still, I worked my fingers to the bone to pay off what I owed. But every time I see these guys, it hits me. I'd be living the good life if it weren't for them. I'll never forget it, the sight of those dirty hobos cheerfully squatting in the ruins of my pub. That's why I rounded up a group of like-minded citizens to get revenge.
This is significantly more motivation than actual homeless hunters have, where they just are fucking psychopaths. It's still bad motivation, but it's actually kind of weird. It's like they're trying to create a sad backstory for the homeless hunter, a despicable, horrible kind of person that really isn't sympathetic. They're just real pieces of shit that just want to hurt somebody for fun in a way that they won't get consequences for in most cases. In a way, it's almost fucked up to try to make a narrative where there's like a sad backstory.
So that's what happened.
So that's what happened, I see.
I get it. You lost your family, and your dream got shattered. That's gotta hurt like a motherfucker. Well, yes. But that don't change the fact that you're blaming everyone but yourself and picking on people who can't fight back. Revenge is a hell of a drug, trust me, I know. But it ain't too late to walk back from this ledge. If you had the fighting spirit to pay off your debts, you can do damn near anything.
Huh. Iguchi-san, I must apologize.
No, you don't. You don't gotta apologize for nothing.
I do. For what I said earlier, and for what happened to him. None of us ever meant to be a bother.
You don't know that. Maybe they didn't mean to be a bother. Unless it was you.
As someone who knows what it's like to lose it all, it breaks my heart to see the cycle continue. So please allow me to apologize. I truly am sorry.
He's right. There's no point in you apologizing to me. Just like there's no point in me taking my anger and frustration out on you guys.
Iguchi-san.
Oh, his face is freaking me out. It's melting off. There's some really uncanny stuff going on.
I appreciate all you've done.
Don't mention it. Besides, I reckon you've still got to keep an eye out on the rest of those hooligans.
Maybe not. I have a feeling we've seen the last of them.
I hope you're right.
He just told one sad conversation invented for a bit, and that was a substitute for killing dozens of people. The fuck is wrong with people in this game?
Saejima-san, when you said you understand what it's like to be addicted to revenge. No, I'm overstepping my bounds. I beg your pardon.
Nah, don't sweat it.
These are some odds and ends we pulled together. They're hardly worth the kindness you've showed us, but please accept them.
Gladly.
An elegant umbrella. What? Why is... that a thing you have? A Mortorianer in my inventory? Nope. Just a bunch of garbage. Oh yes. Do I have a single... I have so much stamina. An iron nail? That's probably a crafting item. Banker's piece. Whoa. Oh yeah, I should have just thrown the umbrella away too. Probably at most a weapon that would break too fast or something. Nobody can live his life without bothering someone else. All we can do is try to get along. Just knowing that might be enough for folks like Iguchi and those homeless fellows to coexist. At least I hope so. I guess we'll have to see. Anyway, back to what I was trying to get to. Because I was trying to reach the Dragon Palace. That quest just had to resolve all over my face. Saves me from having to look for it later. So I haven't been to the Dragon Palace yet in this game. I think Akiyama got introduced to the idea of it existing near the end of his campaign. But without a quest pointing me there, I don't particularly care. Because it's mostly just a tower full of gambling games that are just kind of all congealed into one place, if that's what you want to do. I think it's usually even the same games, actually. It's kind of just this unchanging fixture. Hello. It's there if you want it. I don't. Don't attack me. How did the guy not see me? Oh, is he not? Maybe he's not. Oh. If my health is red, I have automatically filling heat. Well, all these spirits are a single line of things. I should get down these trees probably. Herculean spirit, whatever this is. It won't tell me what it is, but it seems maybe it's important. Requires me to hit level 15 and also get true stability and tortoise spirit, which is for finishing this tree and the other tree. We got tortoise spirit next. And then true stability, and then also Azure Dragon Spear. This just goes back and forth a bit. We'll figure it out. Yes, the tortoise spirit just means that blocking gives me heat. Which seems like a pretty powerful thing to have. Am I in the right place? That's Kamiyama Works. I think they said it was on the backside of the men's entertainment box. I'm in the wrong spot. Why didn't they just... No.
Yo, buddy, you try to start something?
I ran past you multiple times, and now you notice me? Alright, buddy. Unless I'm wrong, I think that for some reason the Dragon Palace just isn't on the map. I'm not sure why they would do that. You. Oh, that guy's dead. Okay. You. Both of you guys. Actually don't know if it hurts both of them or not, to be honest. Because of how it's set up, you can usually only see one health bar at a time. Blah, 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 money.
Garbage. So much garbage.
I'm gonna have to take a bunch of healing items back out of my box at this rate. I'm feeling a little dried out from all the talking. I might be over collecting a little bit.
But it's right here. I gotta get it.
He really does just spawn everywhere all the time, though. Is this the right spot? Yeah. Yeah, the Dragon Palace, despite being a noteworthy location mechanically, isn't on the map. I know it's supposed to be, like, off the map in universe, but I don't think this is an in-universe map, right? At least that's what I figure. Looks like I kept you waiting. Where's this job at?
Ah, Suzuki-san. Here you are at last.
By the by, do you know about the Dragon Palace? You already asked me.
Not that horse shit again. I swear you guys are trying to yank my chain. No, Suzuki-san, of course not. It's not a place most people would even hear about. Allow me to show you the Dragon Palace of Kamurocho. Please, follow me.
Gambling! Wow, things are fancy in here right now.
What is this place?
During the redevelopment of Purgatory a few years ago, the local homeless people were driven out of their park. That's when they built a new haven.
Aha. This here is your Dragon Palace.
This floor holds the casino. There's also a gambling hall for more traditional games like Silo and Koi Koi. At first, it was a place where the homeless population could gather and gamble amongst themselves, but more and more people started showing up. People with money. So now it's gentrified as fuck, and all the homeless people got evicted again.
And after a while, it became a full-fledged casino, huh? Definitely ain't a kid-friendly joint. So what's this gig about, anyhow? You want me to count cards or something? Make a killing?
Well now, that's not a bad idea, but I'm afraid not. I believe my employee may have already informed you, but I'd like you to serve as the casino's bouncer.
Bouncing? Suppose they get plenty of unsavory types here. You know, like ninjas, androids, android ninjas, Duragon C Mikado. Or with all the money floating around.
The manager will fill you in on the fine details, right this way. Keep meaning to point this out for those that haven't heard already, and I keep forgetting every time it gets mentioned. There it is again. I guess the reason why multiple characters have referred to themselves as Suzuki in this game is because it's just a really common name in Japan. So it's like calling yourself John Doe or something generic like that. It's like it's a very aliasy name, which you think would take people off apparently. I think I even talked about it in my questions about how to pronounce it earlier without following up on the actual reason I was discussing it, which was that. Whoops.
This is Suzuki-san. He'll be your bouncer today.
Pleasure. The pleasure is all mine. I oversee operations here at the casino. Thank you for accepting this position. The Dragon Palace was originally a kind of play spot for us homeless folk.
Oh, hey, you didn't just get gentrified and removed. I mean, you got gentrified, but you didn't get replaced.
But as word spread, people from all walks of life started showing up, and we get more and more difficult patrons. Difficult how? They come up with ways to avoid paying what they owe when they lose a bet. Others have been caught cheating and grow aggressive, even hostile to our staff. Some people think they can get away with anything, just because we're homeless.
You're homeless? Wait. You run a casino this nice looking and you wear a suit and everything, but you're still homeless? Why at that point? It's just a choice? Nomad lifestyle minus the part where you go anywhere?
I get what you're saying. Seems like nowadays the civvies here in Kamurocho stir up even more trouble than the Yakuza.
You do get punched in the face, or at least people try to every time you walk outside.
So where do I come in? If a guest is causing trouble, could you escort him out? That's about all there is to the job. Oh, okay. So I just gotta take out the trash, is what you're saying. More or less, yes. Thank you again.
Easy approach for 5 mil. There's a costume change.